Good morning, students. In the previous lecture, we have studied about the placenta, how the placenta is developed, and what are the different function of placenta. And this is the 13-week fetus. And in today's class, I'm going to explain a little bit information, more information about placenta and the development of the child during 9 months, fetus for 9 months, that is gestation period, and then at last lactation and parturition. So as we have discussed in the previous class, relaxin is also one of the hormone which is secreted by ovary during the pregnancy stages only. If this is only found in a pregnant female, and HCG, HPL, and relaxin, they are only three hormones found only during pregnancy. Other hormones, estrogen, progesterone, cortisol, prolactin, thyroxine, all hormones increase several folds in pregnant mother, because these hormones are essential to support the fetal growth and the metabolic changes that takes place in mother to maintain the pregnancy. After implantation of blastocyst, this inner cell mass, see this inner cell mass, this mass is differentiated into three layers: ectoderm, endoderm, and mesoderm. And at this stage, this fetus is known as gastrula, and this inner mass contains the stem cells that having the potency to give rise to all the tissues and organs of the body. Now gestation period in human female is 9 months, and these 9 months are divided into three trimesters. First, end of third month; second, end of 6 month; and third trimester is end of 9 months. So this is known as gestation period, 9 month, approx 9 month period of gestation period in human females. And this is how the development of the child, or we can say fetus takes place. And after 1 month of pregnancy, the heart of the embryo is formed. After 1 month, heart is formed, and this heart sound is listened through the with the help of stethoscope. And throughout the pregnancy, this heartbeat is listening to notice the well-being of the fetus. And in second month, limbs and digits are formed, and at the end of first trimester, all the major systems, limbs, external genital organs are formed. That's why this first trimester is very crucial, because all the organ formation takes place during these first 3 weeks. And first 3 months, first trimester is very important, for as we see the growth of development or growth or formation, formative period hota hai. At this day, 3 months, the formation of different organs, limbs, digits takes place. And the first movement and hair on head is reported in first uh, fifth month. Then end of the second trimester, body is covered with eyelid and separate eyelashes are formed. And at the end of 9 months, see, the fetus is fully developed and changes its position also. And the head portion is towards the cervix part of the uterus. Here this takes place during at the end of 8th or starting of the 9 month. This fully developed fetus is now ready to deliver. Now the process, this period is called gestation period, that is 9 month period, and the delivery of the fetus is called parturition. The technically this process is called parturition, and this is controlled by neuroendocrine system. Parturition process is induced by complex neuroendocrine, means nervous system is also participated, as well as system of hormone. Endocrine system plays very important role, and the signal of the fully developed fetus, uh, that sends the signal, uh, and placenta also sends the signals to, causes the mild contraction of the uterus. So this is called fetal ejection reflex. Technically, the signals of parturition, which are originated from the fully developed fetus and the placenta, that induces mild, very, very light, slight contractions of the uterus, is called fetal ejection reflex, that start this process of parturition. देन एड्रिनल ग्लैंड जो है फीटस की, उसमें से भी ऑक्सीटोसिन रिलीज होता है जो मैटरनल ब्लड में आ जाता है. दैट ऑल्सो कॉजेज द कॉन्ट्रैक्शन. ऑक्सीटोसिन इज द हार्मोन बेसिकली विच इज रिलीज्ड बाय द पिट्यूटरी ऑफ द फीमेल्स. ये जो ऑक्सीटोसिन हार्मोन है, ये बेसिकली कॉजेज द स्ट्रॉन्गर कॉन्ट्रैक्शन ऑफ द मायोमेट्रियम, जो मस्कुलर लेयर है, सेकेंड लेयर है, एंडोमेट्रियम के बाद वाला जो लेयर है यूट्रस का, उन मसल्स के कॉन्ट्रैक्शन की हेल्प से, दैट इज कॉल्ड लेबर पेन की हेल्प से, द बेबी और द fetus is pushed out from the cervix and vagina through the birth canal. So oxytocin is very important hormone at the time of parturition or at the time of delivery of the fetus. This oxytocin also continuously increases in its amount by stimulatory reflex between uterine contraction and oxytocin secretion, continue inducing stronger contractions. जैसे जैसे ऑक्सीटोसिन का अमाउंट ब्लड में बढ़ता जाएगा, पिट्यूटरी ग्लैंड रिलीज करती जाएगी धीरे धीरे स्मॉल अमाउंट से टुवर्ड्स लार्ज अमाउंट की तरफ. ऑक्सीटोसिन जैसे जैसे ब्लड में आएगा, यूट्रस के कॉन्ट्रैक्शन उतने स्ट्रॉन्गर होते जाएंगे. दैट स्ट्रॉन्गर कॉन्ट्रैक्शन पुशेस द फीटस बाय डायलेटेड द बर्थ कैनाल. बर्थ कैनाल जो है वो डायलेट हो जाती है. डायलेटेड मीन्स दैट इट ओपन्स वेरी क्लियरली टू गिव द to push the child outside the body, and this dilation is taken care by the relaxin parturition. This is facilitated by relaxin hormone, which is released by ovary also, and this process is known as parturition. And when many times when the normal oxytocin is not able to come out in the blood, then there is no stronger contraction, so no labor pain. At that time the baby cannot able to come out. At that time C sections or cesarean sections are done, but to induce these labor pain, doctors are using, generally they use the injections of oxytocin, जो artificially blood में inject करके amount को increase करके try किया जाता है to increase the labor pain, or to induce the labor pain when the female is not able to get that normal labor pain. But if labor pains are not proper, or the contraction of uterus are not at that stronger, so at that time the baby or the fetus can be removed from the uterus by the C sections or cesarean sections. And after delivery the placenta is also expelled. The whole placenta, the umbilical cord, everything is come out along with the fetus. So this process is called parturition, which is totally under the control of endocrine system and neuroendocrine system. Fetal ejection reflex is the first sign or first reflex that induce this process. And now we are coming to the last part of this chapter, that is lactation. Some discussion of about lactation we have done in the female reproductive system. Then when we studied about the female reproductive system, the development of mammary glands. Now the process of formation of milk at the end of the pregnancy, that from the mammary glands of the female is known as lactation. A process of formation or production of milk is called lactation by the mammary glands, and these mammary glands are activated, differentiated at the end of the pregnancy, and this milk which is released or produced initial days of lactation is called colostrum. That is a rich source of nutrients Colostrum contain large number of antibodies, as we have studied in the human health and diseases. There are specific antibodies, IgA, immunoglobulin A, that is only found in the colostrum, and the fetus, or we get this antibodies only from our mother's milk, and the mother's milk that released or secreted during the initial days of the uh, lactation period. So that contain large number of antibodies that provide the immunity to the baby for lifelong, and provide this resistance. This is the type of passive immunity where the without any activation or without the participation of child, directly this through colostrum or through milk it enters into our body. So milk production is controlled by prolactin hormone. Prolactin hormone is also known as a lactotrophic hormone that is secreted by pituitary. And this colostrum contains large quantity of protein, a very good amount of protein, very good amount of minerals, ions, and antibodies, which are essential for the growth of the infant, and it provides the lifelong immunity to the baby. And that's why it is always recommended, breastfeeding during the initial period of infant growth is recommended by doctors for bringing up a healthy baby. This is all about the chapter human reproduction. I'm just revising the topic what we have studied, lactation. I'm just coming to the first slide, and then we will see what we have studied in this chapter. Just a small revision. uh, Only I'm just going to discuss the topics to connect you with the chapter. This chapter, human reproduction. First we have studied about the gametogenesis. Gametogenesis, formation of gametes by male and female reproductive system. Males having testes, gonads, ovaries that produce the gametes and produce the hormones. Then insemination process, transfer of sperms into the female genital tract. Then fertilization, we have studied fusion of male and female gametes. Then zygote implanted itself in the stage of blastocyst with the wall of uterus is known as implantation. Then the embryonic development 9-month period is known as gestation. And at last, the process is parturition, that is delivery of the baby, and the lactation process, that is the production of milk from the mammary gland. We have studied in this chapter the male and female reproductive systems in detail. And then we have studied about the different processes like gametogenesis, spermatogenesis, then oogenesis, and after this, fertilization process, how the gamete transfer takes place, how the fertilization process carried out, then formation of zygote, how the zygote develops and implanted itself with the wall of the uterus, implantation, then menstrual cycle also we have studied in this chapter, and implantation, then there is a 9-month gestation period. Sex of the child is also determined with the help of sex chromosomes, XX in female, XY in males, and then blastocyst converts into the gastrula, ectoderm, endoderm, and mesoderm, 3 germ layers, stem cells forms the organs. This is 13-week fetus. Placenta is a interdigitate structural functional unit between mother and fetus to allow the exchange of materials throughout the pregnancy. Different stages of fetal development divided into 3 trimesters. And after this, the parturition process is there under the guidance of hormone, the delivery of the child, and the lactation that provide the nutrition and antibodies, minerals, nutrients to the child for its growth and development. Thank you. I hope everything is clear. In case of doubt, you are always welcome. Thank you.